For centuries, historians spoke of the greatest ancient Maya cities: Tikal, Palenque, Chichen Itza. Yet deep within the Petén rainforest, a secret rewrites the timeline of Mesoamerican urbanism. Imagine a pyramid base larger than Rome's Colosseum, reaching heights of a modern 30-story skyscraper, not built in the familiar classic Maya period, but half a millennium earlier. Imagine a network of causeways, some extending dozens of kilometers, connecting cities that dwarfed their European contemporaries. This wasn't Tikal. This was El Mirador, a colossal, interconnected empire that rose from the jungle's heart centuries before the classic Maya even began to carve their stelae. Welcome back to the Earthen Dawn. Today, we peel back layers of time and jungle to analyze the astonishing rise of El Mirador and the sophisticated Mirador Basin complex, a pivotal moment in the pre-classic Maya world that redefined early civilization. The genesis of El Mirador, a vast pre-classic metropolis, was rooted in the unique Mirador Basin itself. This low-lying karstic depression in northern Petén, Guatemala, presented both opportunity and challenge. Its defining features were extensive seasonal wetlands, known as bajadas, which transformed into fertile, water-rich zones during the wet season. These conditions, around 1000 to 600 BC, drew early human groups, driving a transition from semi-nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled agricultural communities. Initial endeavors involved small-scale farming and early ceramic traditions, marking the dawn of the early Middle Pre-Classic period. This modest stability in food production allowed for a gradual increase in population density, forming larger, more permanent villages and hamlets. As these communities grew, managing the cycles of flooding and drying in the bajadas became crucial, spurring rudimentary attempts at sophisticated resource management. While other Maya lowlands saw similar trends, the concentrated resources of the Mirador Basin set the stage for unparalleled development. The landscape that sustained early villages soon demanded ingenuity, leading to a profound shift from dispersed settlements to organized centers. This began with intensified agriculture. Inhabitants developed sophisticated wetland farming, engineering vast systems of raised fields, intricate canals, and water reservoirs to harness the bajada's cyclical flooding and drying. Remote sensing techniques now clearly identify their scale. This sustained water management allowed for multiple annual harvests, generating significant food surpluses. Such surpluses freed a substantial population portion from daily food production, enabling other endeavors. With reliable food, specialized craft production emerged. Artisans crafted distinctive pottery, shaped stone tools, and worked precious jade, indicating a clear division of labor. This economic diversification paralleled the first monumental ambitions, notably at Nakbe. Flourishing between approximately 800 and 400 BC, Nakbe was the earliest large pre-classic center in the Mirador Basin. Its massive triadic pyramid complex's three temples atop a single imposing platform reshaped the skyline, requiring immense, coordinated labor. Early carved stucco panels at Nakbe, depicting figures like the maize god and mythological hero twins, reveal an iconography that profoundly influenced later Maya art and belief. These monumental undertakings demanded sophisticated organization, fostering socio-political stratification. Archaeological evidence from Nakbe points to distinct residential areas for elites and commoners, and elaborate burials with prestige goods, signaling a nascent hierarchical society. This society was led by charismatic individuals or lineages who asserted themselves as intermediaries between the human realm and the divine. While not yet the divine kingship of the classic Maya, these early forms of sacralized authority were pivotal. Elites at El Mirador and its sister cities skillfully associated their rule with powerful deities, ancestral lines, and a developing cosmology. This ideological justification was crucial. Shared cosmological beliefs, encompassing creation myths and reverence for the sacred landscape, reinforced social order and legitimized their power. Monumental architecture served not merely as a display of power, but as a physical manifestation of this cosmic order, transforming the landscape into a tangible connection between heaven and earth. The immense scale of construction, requiring the movement of millions of cubic meters of earth and stone, demanded highly organized labor. This was likely achieved through corvée labor, a communal obligation coordinated by sophisticated planning. Such colossal endeavors fostered a shared identity and collective purpose, binding the population to the ruling elite and solidifying the foundations of a powerful, emerging pre-classic state. From approximately 300 BC to 100 AD, El Mirador transformed from a regional center into an urban marvel, showcasing unprecedented ambition and societal organization in the pre-classic world. Its architectural core was dominated by structures of staggering dimensions. La Danta, a colossal complex, rises abruptly from the jungle. With over 2,800,000 cubic meters of earth and stone, it stands as one of the largest ancient structures by mass on the planet. Reaching a height of 72 meters, its uppermost temple rivaled a modern 30-story building, an artificial mountain of nested platforms, culminating in the distinctive triadic arrangement. To the west, El Tigre, another monumental triadic complex, asserted its dominance, commanding the western skyline. El Mirador was a city of deliberate and sophisticated urban planning. Major complexes were interconnected by vast, open plazas and internal causeways, reflecting a coherent master vision. Its true genius lay in the systemic integration of the wider Mirador Basin. Radiating outwards was an extensive network of raised, stucco-paved causeways, known as sacbiobe. Some of these arteries stretched over 20 to 30 kilometers, directly connecting El Mirador to vital surrounding centers like Nakbe, Tintal, Wakna, and Julnal. The sacbiobe served a dual purpose: practical conduits for efficient movement of goods, people, and information, and symbolic tendons of power, physically binding the region under El Mirador's political and ideological influence. Archaeological evidence points to vast habitation zones, supporting an estimated urban population for the basin of 100,000 to 250,000 at its zenith. El Mirador presented itself as an integrated urban system, its scale challenging our understanding of early Mesoamerican civilization. This monumental architecture and vast population were sustained by a highly sophisticated economic engine, built upon intensive agricultural innovation and extensive trade. The ingenuity of the pre-classic Maya is exemplified by their mastery of the bajadas. Through elaborate canals, raised fields, and managed reservoirs, they transformed these wetlands into highly productive agricultural zones, yielding multiple harvests annually. This hydraulic engineering ensured a consistent food supply. Terracing on slopes maximized arable land and prevented erosion, while sustainable forest management provided timber and non-timber products. This ability to generate substantial food surpluses was the bedrock of El Mirador's power, allowing a massive urban population to thrive and supporting a large contingent of specialists, craftsmen, laborers, and the ruling elite. El Mirador also commanded an impressive regional trade network. Essential obsidian for tools and weapons, and jade for elite regalia were imported from highland sources. Salt arrived from coastal areas. Exotic goods, feathers, shells, animal skins, and cacao were exchanged, signifying long-distance connections and elite consumption. The Sakbiobe facilitated this movement of goods, resources, and labor, strengthening the integrated Mirador Basin. This robust economic foundation, driven by agricultural innovation and strategic trade, fueled El Mirador's monumental ambition and solidified its political dominance. By 100 AD, the Mirador Basin reached its zenith. El Mirador stood as a testament to monumental ambition, its great complexes, La Danta and El Tigre, dominating the landscape. These immense structures presented an overwhelming vision of power, a physical manifestation of a consolidated social order within a strategically planned urban core. At its apex, El Mirador blossomed with profound artistic sensibility. Elaborate stucco friezes adorned its temples and platforms, depicting complex mythological narratives, images of the Popol Vuh hero twins, feathered serpents, and celestial birds. These intricate artworks, once vibrant with color, provided invaluable insights into a deeply sophisticated cosmology and reinforced the sacred authority of the ruling elite. El Mirador's political hegemony over the entire basin was undeniable. Functioning as a proto-state, it exerted significant influence over neighboring centers such as Nakbe, Tintal, and Wakna. The basin's population likely peaked during this era, sustained by effective resource management and a hierarchical social structure capable of supporting its vast workforce. El Mirador's monumental architecture, sophisticated iconography, and complex social hierarchies previewed many classic Maya traits, often on a grander scale and centuries earlier. It pioneered urban planning and advanced agricultural techniques that became hallmarks of later Maya civilization. Yet, El Mirador retained a distinct pre-classic identity. While early glyphs were present, it notably lacked the widespread use of commemorative stelae, the fully developed long count calendar, and the extensive dynastic texts that would define the classic period. This distinction marks El Mirador as a unique, foundational experiment in state-level society, achieving astonishing complexity and integration on its own terms, and shaping the trajectory of Mesoamerican urbanism. El Mirador's legacy, though long obscured by the Petén rainforest, profoundly shaped subsequent Maya civilization. It provided a foundational template for the classic Maya world. Its monumental triadic complexes and urban planning, its extensive network of Sakbiobe, and its deep ideological foundations expressed through elaborate stucco friezes. These elements, pioneered at El Mirador, became architectural idioms, infrastructural models, and cultural cornerstones for a millennium of Maya statecraft and belief. El Mirador's achievement fundamentally challenges prior historical narratives of Mesoamerican development. It represents one of the earliest and largest complex state-level societies in the Americas, emerging with sophisticated organization far earlier than once conceived. Its existence proves the pre-classic period was a vibrant era of intense innovation, not merely a prelude. Furthermore, its ingenuity in wetland agriculture and sustainable forest resource utilization offers invaluable lessons in managing tropical environments, insights relevant even today. While the precise reasons for El Mirador's decline around 150 AD remain an ongoing mystery, its monumental rise stands as a testament to early human ingenuity. Today, thanks to archaeologists like Richard Hansen and the transformative power of LiDAR technology, this ancient metropolis continues to yield secrets, revealing a colossal, interconnected empire. El Mirador remains an awe-inspiring echo from antiquity, profoundly altering our understanding of ancient urbanism and the Maya world. If you found this journey through time captivating, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more epic explorations of history.